Good morning. Tentative day yesterday with all the cup matches. How did you get on? And a nearly an over 5.5 goal call in the Stuttgart match. Gave you that in the research. So close to coming in. Just a couple really in Spain, Copa del Rey. The advantage of watching the match, and I did put forward to members on Telegram a late lay of Osasuna. This is the benefit of watching this particular match. Real Sociedad at home, 0-2 down. Were they really going to lose 0-3? I did do a lay of over 3.5 goals as well, and a back of Sociedad +1. I didn't record that, alas. It's the same thing I did with Man United, on the assumption that Osasuna wouldn't score a third goal. So lay over 3.5 goals, very expensive it was, 2.2. But then you're getting rewarded, Real Sociedad +1. The odds are getting bigger and bigger. So you get a decent enough return, but the insurance is very high indeed. This is the safer option. This was a 90-minute option. And we had a late lay of Osasuna as well. I suggested 1.09, 1.06. Hopefully one or two of you got in a little bit earlier because they did deliver. It was a great result. Great match to watch as well, particularly if you're a Sociedad fan or you had money on Sociedad yesterday. Came through in the end, and I was staring at their to qualify at 1.6, something like that, after this extremely solid performance. Zubeldia, 92nd minute goal. That's one for you late lay the drawers. It's a great match to watch. Sometimes watching the matches makes your decisions for you. The in-play stats are great as well, of course, but sometimes watching the matches does it as well. Atletico Madrid delivering. Simple lay the draw yesterday. Again, in-play stats, very, very strong at the end of the first half. The momentum especially. Atletico Bilbao, I hope once the red card arrived, you'd have cashed out for a loss on the lay the draw. You can't expect, well, they got through in the end. They are the better side, even down to 10 men, but 3-3 at half-time, a natural lay the draw second half. But when that red card arrived, probably best to do a Gareth and bail. He's coming to Bangkok, by the way, to play golf and expecting people to pay to watch pro footballers play golf. Right. Yeah, next, please. Not for me. This was a very strong play, FC Twente. The in-play stats, very good yesterday. I'm afraid they have to be used in cup matches because time and time again, you've got the Crystal Palace Macclesfield thing where teams don't put out the first 11 by any stretch of the imagination. It's not really a shock, that Macclesfield result, if you looked at the team sheet for Palace, missing the complete front three from the Premier League. Had they been playing, it would have been a completely different story. This was a problem with the Cup. Are they up for it or not? Because Torino, the only time Torino score 3 goals is when it's the end of the world. Che Adams, I think it is, getting 2. Was it Che Adams? And Ilkan getting the late winner. This was a comeback. If you stuck with Roma, who are the better side, if this was a SerieA match, I would have got involved here and here. Because it was a cup match and the stats from Roma were not that hot. You can see the amount of subs. Pablo Dybala, indeed, on the bench. Kone on the bench. That tells you spot of bother. And no great interest. But look at that for a substitution. Arena coming on. Arena making it 2-2. So there were trades if you stuck with Roma. So let me know in the comments, how did you get on yesterday? If you traded at all. Don't forget, not trading is a good trading decision. Newcastle Man City, not going to touch that one with a barge pole. You know the reason why. 2.5, the favourite. Elsewhere, not much doing in the cup matches in England. No great interest at all. How about the odds on favourites? How did they get on? Well, Doncaster delivered. Huddersfield delivered. Going through a good run at the moment. Luton failed. Stockport delivered. And the banker yesterday, I'm going to have to keep a record of them. How about this? I did say 1.03. Any three score lines between 5-0 and 9-0. And you can really clean up with the bookies. How about that? I would do odds or evens. So 4-0, 6-0, 8-0, or 5-0, 7-0, 9-0. If you've got the 9-0, let's see what the bookies would have paid out for 9-0. I think it would have been pretty tasty. So don't forget that in the future. Anything under about 1.06, go for a correct score, win to nil. 9-0, no way. 100, can't be right. Whew. Had you got that yesterday? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you did, because the Milky Bars are on you. That's for sure. So don't forget that in the future. Very, very short price favourites. Any three score lines between 4-0 and 9-0. You're assuming a correct score, win to nil, of course. Pick three of them. Still going on track Frankfurt. Well, in the research, if you read that yesterday at FootballTradingProfits.com for members, you'd have seen over 5.5 goal call, nearly there. Plenty of potential plays, and I was out, I'm afraid, with the parents. I missed the 0-1 to 2-1, and the in-play stats were implicit. It was a trade at 0-1. So I missed that, which was a real pity. Another banker coming in. So I'm going to be keeping track of my bankers to see whether it's financially viable to back them. And also any other kind of scoreline, or if they win at half-time and full-time as well, because these bankers keep delivering. But at these odds, I wonder, you'll need a big strike rate, won't you, to make sure that they do the job. Mainz and Heidenheim got the win, Mainz. The market got them right. Very difficult to trust a side like that who don't tend to win. And yet again, in the video yesterday, I gave you some ideas about the 2-1 scoreline. Heidenheim have lost 2-1 away twice against 12th and lower. So do watch these videos. Do take account of the messages, because I can get it right quite often. That was about it yesterday. Galatasaray deserved their win against Fethiyeспor. I think it was 0-0 at half time. No great value to be had there. Let's have a look at today's trading angles. African Cup of Nations, we're getting to the big boys now, aren't we? None of these lot are slouches. We've got the two highest ranked sides in Africa, Senegal and Morocco. Morocco the highest ranked at 11. Nigeria have been the most impressive for me with their goals. Absolute goal fests for this lot. You can check the FIFA rankings and see how tight these two are. It's going to be very difficult to unpack. It might be a tight 0-0. Nigeria might decide to be a little bit defensive. Morocco, don't forget, are playing their home tournament. CAF, just want to look at, you can see there, top two ranked sides in the world, in Africa, Morocco and Senegal. Then you've got Egypt and Nigeria, the fourth and the fifth, 35th and 48th, and 35th and 38th. So by no means are we going to be going solidly with the rankings here. Looking at Nigeria, absolutely chock full of goals. This was hugely impressive against Algeria, and it's all about the in-play stats here. I told you about this as well on Telegram. You've got Victor Osimhen and Adams. You've got Lookman, haven't you, as well, for Nigeria? It's a pretty... Lookman. There he is, from Napoli. Iwobi, who's a pretty solid player. Onyema, Bassi. It's a pretty solid side, isn't it? Really good side. Not many household names, apart from Riyad Mahrez in that Algerian side. Zinedine Zidane doing a bit of goalkeeping. That's probably why they lost 2-0. But looking at the head-to-heads, well, not for Algeria, but looking at the head-to-heads for, I think it's Senegal, is it, that's playing them today? And Morocco's playing them. I wouldn't have Morocco as favourite. That Nigerian attack is pretty solid. Look at it. 2, 3, 3, 4-2. That's the most impressive result there because they weren't fancied to win 2-0. 2.63 the favourite. So both teams given a strong chance. That was very eye-catching today. I'm not sure there'll be an angle in Africa at all for me. Nigeria and Morocco as well. Not sure how to play that one. Senegal and Egypt, sorry. This will be over-reliant on Mohamed Salah, Egypt, I'm afraid. And if they can't get him service and he doesn't score, then they can be in a spot of bother. He is by far and away their standout player. But let's see if he got on the score sheet in our last match. Well, Marmoush, Rabia, Mo Salah scoring again. And that seemed to be another crucial goal from Mohamed Salah. He keeps turning up with these crucial goals. So that could be something to look out for today. Generally speaking, Mohamed Salah comes up with the last goal. And it tends to be, well, that was at extra time. That tends to be the crucial factor, time and time again. So he is the man for Egypt. If he ticks or clicks today, then Egypt could be a force to be reckoned with today. But an over-reliance on a single person, you're going to be in a spot of bother, particularly against the second best side in the world rankings. Chelsea against Arsenal, you know all about this. New manager, Liam Rossini, with his secretary glasses to make him look very intelligent. And Arsenal, well, you're going to be team changers, surely, because they've recently played a high-profile match, both of these two, in another cup competition. FA Cup, wasn't it? So watch out. I can't predict this one. It's a local derby. It's the EFL Cup. Watch out for team news. Similar story, Northampton and Walsall, 2.45 the favourite. The market's already giving you clues that it's a tough one to call. Wolfsburg against St. Pauli. Well, it's that time of year you need to be looking at league positions as a potential angle. St. Pauli in a spot of bother, but a win today takes them to 15, and the Wolf are on 15. This is one of those matches which is a must beat your nearest rival. St. Pauli going through a run of draw, win, draw, away from home, at home, 2-1 win against Heidenheim, and a 0-0 against Mainz as well. So against fellow relegation threatened sides, the challenge table will show you that they could be competitive today. You'll find the challenge table here at soccerstats.com, or you'll find it at fcstats.com. What you want to have a look for the Wolfsburg and St. Pauli, put their recent results into context, and it's nice and quick for us here. The challenge table is up here. You can see where the Wolf are. You can see where St. Pauli are. You can see where St. Pauli's wins are. You can see where Wolfsburg's wins are and draws are. You can see that the Wolf are unbeaten at home against Union Berlin and lower. So this is a very competitive match today. It's a relegation 6-pointer. It's one you'd certainly be targeting the late draw in, that's for sure. I wouldn't be as confident as that with St. Pauli's form against the bottom five. Bayern Munich and FC Köln, watch out for the 2-goal habit for Bayern Munich. It's nice and simple. And while we have soccer stats up, might as well have a look at the challenge table for all of these German matches today. Gives you a nice quick précis as well. And this is an excellent addition at soccerstats.com. Your uptrends and your downtrends. Really solid stuff, considering this is completely free. You've got Bayern Munich keep scoring 2 goals. That's a simple angle in. It's come to fruition here. I think against Mainz, when they were 2-1 down, a late Harry Kane penalty. FC Köln do all of their best work against teams below them in the league, but they are tight against the big boys. So watch out. They might just be a bit of a thorn in Bayern's side, but you're going to be reliant on that 2-goal habit for Bayern Munich today. 1.25 suggests a breakthrough before half-time as well. The mighty Hoff playing Borussia Mönchengladbach. The simple angle in with these two is when the market calls, they tend to get it right. You saw Hoffenheim's last match against Augsburg, I think it was, when they were strong favourite and they really went to town. You saw Borussia Mönchengladbach's last match when they were favourite, they really went to town as well. So watch out. When the market calls, these two deliver. Hoffenheim at home, we bit worrisome. This is the mighty Hoff we know and love. 1-4, lose 1-4 to first, lose 1-3 to 2, 4, 6, 7th, but can beat 4th 3-1. The vast majority of their good work is coming against relegation-threatened sides. Mönchengladbach are just above that, but no win for Mönchengladbach home and away against all of this lot here, where Hoffenheim reside. Failure to score that second goal as well is a concern. So for me, Mönchengladbach, if they score first, which they very well could do, they look gettable today. And the Hoff at odds on don't tend to disappoint. So that could be an interesting match. I think Bayern Munich would be the banker today for me. Leipzig against Freiburg. This is a story of home form. You saw Freiburg get that win last match. This is all about home form. Both of these sides excel at home. And again, the challenge table will show you. Leipzig have only lost one home match, and that was against Leverkusen. But look at that, 3-6, 3-2, 2-2. Scoring 2+ goals regularly enough. Freiburg struggling away, but at home, win, 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 win. Only one loss at home. Much better at home than they are away. They got that win at home recently, didn't they? That 2-1, where I hope you got involved. But away from home, failing to score in 3 or 4 matches away against 2, 4, 6, 8, the top 10. Okay? This is the challenge table. It's the best way for you to get a quick handle into a match, particularly at this stage of the season where we've got plenty of matches under our belts. Now you see patterns emerging, don't you? This is what's so good about the challenge table. So, yes, Leipzig, you're going to be over-reliant on their home form if they're going to deliver. Napoli against Parma. This is a must-win, really, for both of these two sides. Napoli doing a superb job. McTominay especially scoring 2 goals against Inter Milan latest. Was it Inter or AC? I think it was Inter in a 2-2, where they came from behind twice. If they can get the win today, 39 plus 3, 42 points, they could be in the title hunt. It is vitally important that they win today. Parma are okay on 21 points, given the fact that the bottom 3 are so woeful this season. They're not going to be dragged into the relegation zone just yet. But to add 3 points to that, they're all the way up to near the top 10 with a win today. Again, while we have the challenge table in our minds, you can see the problem that Parma might have. So let's go to matches here, and you should get a list like we did earlier of all the matches, and hopefully we'll get the challenge table up at the top. But this is a different format now, as you can see. This is head-to-head. So 2 consecutive 2-2s, possibility to lay the late draw here. Parma are being competitive, but look at the sides they're playing and being competitive against. Hellas Verona couldn't find a win anywhere. Pisa, god awful, failing to score at home. Sassuolo in a spot of bother, and Lecce have trouble scoring. Napoli, far more rarefied air. Challenge table, 14th. Though there's a big gap in form here. They haven't played 8th to 14th at home, but you can infer from the fact that they're beating the top 7 that they can get a job done against 14th. Parma themselves, look at their results against the top sides, failing to score, conceding 2 goals in every single match against the top 5 away. That's something for us to look into today. Inter and Lecce looks like a banker for me today. Running out of time, got to be below 20 minutes, so I'll be quick here. Cup match in Netherlands, SPL, the old firm under new management, so be careful. Hearts, potential bankers at odds on. I'll be up and around for members from today all the way to the last kick of the match. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Telegram later, members.